What it is, Pep? You know me, always getting it in. Check this out, though. How many of y'all out there, young ones, teens, young 20s and your 30s, whatever, disrespect your parents, done disrespected your mother, disrespected your father? We hate one another, talk shit about one another. Black community can't seem to get along because of the psychological damage, post-traumatic slave syndrome. Like it's written in the scriptures. Parents will be against their kids and the kids will be against their parents. Brothers will be against brothers and sisters will be against sisters and against their mothers. Regardless of what happened at the end of the day, we all share the same carbonated. We all carbonated beings. We all come out the same God. Everybody hating one another, talking shit about one another. Let me tell y'all a quick story. Family can't get along. Brothers and sisters ain't getting along. Kids ain't getting along with their dad, with their moms. And, everybody just on this bullshit. But ain't thinking about what's real. And that's on blood. Blood. Peep this here. It's a dude I work with. Or used to work with. I used to go talk to him every day, every morning. What up, Johnny? Man, what's up, man? Kick it. And there was a few people on the job used to be like, man, I don't really like to talk to him because he always got a sob story, not a sob story, but he always talking about, how his son killed himself. This and that, his wife died and this and that. I said, man, the man a lonely man. He's suffering from a broken heart. He's dealing with shit. The man came to work one day, and while he was at work, his 17-year-old son blew his own brains out. Bloom! Man get off work and go home, find his son in there dead. Brains splattered all over the wall. Before that, his wife suffered and fought cancer. She passed. Then he lost his son. Johnny was 60-something years old. House dog. He ain't care about none of that shit. He gave all that up to have his family back. I used to go talk to Johnny every day. One day Johnny come to me and say, man, my shoulder hurt. I keep having some pain back there. I say, Johnny, go to the doctor and see what's going on. No, I'm gonna go. So one day I come in and I was like, Johnny, man, I went to the doctor, had me a colonoscopy. They say I ain't have no problems. I feel good about that. And right then and there, they gave him courage. He was like, you know what? I'm getting off today early and I'm going to the doctor. He went in there and he talked to the safety director, whatever, his boss. He left and went to the doctor. He went to the doctor and never returned. He went to the doctor, checked out his back or whatever, whatever the case may be. Come to find out that pain that Johnny had back there was a massive tumor. And it's like the moment he went to the doctor, at first he was just having pain. But after he went to that doctor, man, that tumor had spread it through his body. Went to his lungs. It got so bad to where it took his voice box. Some kind of way it pushed his voice box like to the back of his neck, the way he can't talk. Not only did Johnny end up with a tumor, Johnny Kane ended up with pneumonia, double pneumonia, in both his lungs. All this took place only 6 weeks ago. As of right now, Johnny is in hospice care. He's on oxygen. He's on a feeding tube. Without the oxygen, he can't live. To make a long story short, they don't expect Johnny to make it through this weekend. Somebody that I knew personally and kicked it with every day. The point I'm trying to make is this. Situations and circumstances change at any moment. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow. If you done had a problem with your mother, if you done had a problem with your father, you got a problem with your brother, problem with a family member, problem with your wife, problem with your husband, or whatever the situation is, no one understands. We can't take nothing for granted. You young youth out here disrespecting your parents, not knowing that tomorrow it can be your mother or father in this same situation. My G, it can be you, it can be me. Instead of doing all this fussing and fighting and hating, what we need to be doing is learning how to put our differences to the side and recognizing and realizing the really real. We here today and go on the next. Tell your people you love them. Young folks out there, quit disrespecting your parents. They all you got. Quit taking shit for granted. We on YouTube with all this bullshit, not knowing what tomorrow may bring. I had to go left on this one, you know what I mean? Not knowing what tomorrow may bring. Message! My left stroke just went viral. Yeah.